Welcome back everyone. Today we'll recap a 2016 American vampire horror film named Stakelander 2 or The Stakelander. It is a sequel to Stakelander. To understand this recap better, please watch the recap of Stakelander. The link is available in description. Before we start, it is a request to please like and comment on the video as it will help us to grow our reach. At the beginning of the movie, we see Martin narrating his story to Mr. After reaching New Eden in the climax of the first part, Martin and Peggy got married and both moved on in life. They also had a daughter to whom Martin used to tell the story of Mr. They were living a happy life. But one day the Brotherhood and the vampires attacked New Eden as well. While Martin was fighting them, Peggy and her daughter were captured by some members of the Brotherhood. Now because in the first part Martin had killed their leader J.P. So this time the Brotherhood was obeying the orders of a female vampire. They then take Peggy and her child to the woman and she kills them both. Martin becomes very sad to see his family killed because he was once again alone. The Brotherhood and the vampires together killed everyone else in the colony. Then we see that Martin was actually telling all this by imagining Mr. Then the next day he sets out to find Mr. But even after walking for several days, he does not see any human being. Martin was heading south looking for Mr. and knew that he would need Mr.'s support to reach Scarred Vampire. On the way, he finds a poster from which he learns that the Brotherhood is also looking for Mr. Vampires were now making animals their prey, and one day a vampire girl tries to attack Martin. But he attacks her and kills her and then moves on. Then after a few days, he finds a bike in an abandoned house which was still in good condition. Martin continues his journey on that bike and then stops to stay at a place. But then a vampire also comes there. Now before Martin could kill him, an old couple comes there and kills that vampire. Martin tells them that he has come here from New Eden to find Mr. To which they say that they have heard a lot about Mr. but they thought that he might have died. Then they take him to their house and gives him food to eat. But both of them were not eating themselves. Jean tells him that their son also lived in Canada but never came back. To which Carl says that he has died for them. He then gives Martin his son's room to live in, where he finds some newspaper clippings that contain news of the attack. Martin starts feeling a bit strange and then suddenly his health starts deteriorating. And here we understand that the couple had mixed something in the food. Carl puts him to sleep and then suddenly Jean rises to attack Martin with a chopper but he saves himself. Then Carl shoots at him but Martin escapes and the bullet hits Jean, and seeing the opportunity, Martin kills Carl. But at the same time he himself becomes unconscious. Actually, this couple was cannibals and they wanted to kill and eat Martin. Now Martin continues his journey the next morning, where he hears the Brotherhood message on the radio asking people to join the Brotherhood, and in return, they will provide them food, medicine, and shelter. Martin asks the shopkeeper about Mr. To which he tells him that he saw him a few months ago on his way west to Donerville town. Then Martin sets out towards the west and on the way, he stops to stay at a place. Suddenly he sees a girl running from behind him. Martin goes to her and asks about her, but then some people attack him from behind and make him unconscious. Then when Martin regains consciousness, he finds himself in the midst of cannibals who have taken captive people like him and killed some people to pieces. After this, they take him to the fight ring where they had locked a vampire, and a feral girl was tied in chains. Many people had come there to see Martin's fight, and then they calls a man to fight Martin, and the man is Mr. Now Mr. does not recognize Martin and he starts fighting with him. Martin tries to tell him that he is Martin and suddenly Mr. sees his locket with him and recognizes him, and they both stop fighting. The leader of the cannibals tells them to keep fighting but Mr. kills him, causing the cannibals to get nervous. Feral girl takes advantage of this opportunity to open the vampire cage and herself jumps down to Mr. After which the vampire attacks all the cannibals. Mr. leaves with Martin and the girl and they come to a house that happens to be Mr.'s hideout. Here Martin tells Mr. about his family and the scarred vampire who killed his family. He says that he wants to take revenge on that scarred vampire. Mr. convinces him not to do so but Martin does not agree. Then Martin asks him about the girl, to which Mr. tells him that this girl has grown up in the forest. So she is like this and he got her only a few years back. Just then some noise is heard outside, so Mr. sends Martin and the girl out through a secret path. Outside there were people from the Brotherhood, one of whom dies after falling into a trap, and the rest enter inside and attack Mr. and take him captive. Martin and the girl see that they are taking Mr. with them, and after they leave, they both set out to save Mr. The girl starts looking for Mr. by smell, and here Brotherhood leaves Mr. hanging on a cross. Now in the night a vampire comes there and attacks Mr. Due to which he falls down and somehow kills that vampire. But then 2 more vampires come there, out of which he kills one but the other vampire injures him badly. Then Martin and that girl also reach there and kill the vampire and save Mr. Now since Mr. was bleeding profusely, Martin seals his wound with fire to stop the bleeding. After this, all 3 of them leave for the north. The next morning the Brotherhood sees the dead bodies of the vampires there and understands that Mr. has escaped and someone has helped him in this. The Brotherhood's head asks his men to find them again. Just then the scarred vampire comes there, and when she learns that Mr. has run away, she pulls him inside and kills him. On the other hand, Mr. and his group are hiding in the forest where Martin goes to get the bark of a tree to ease his pain. That's when the girl smells of someone there and she sees that the Brotherhood people have come there. One of the men starts coercing the girl and Mr. being injured was unable to help her. Just then Martin arrives and kills them and captures one of the younger cultists, who tells them that he was forced into going along with the cult. They had threatened to put him in front of the vampires, so he requests them not to kill him. Next, they go to the well to get water but there is no water in it. Then they meet 2 men there whom Martin tells about himself and Mr. that they need their help. Among them, the man named Bat is very happy to hear about Mr. as he is his old friend. He then takes them to their base where there was a lockdown, where another of Mr.'s old friends, Dr. Earl, helps him heal and recuperate. The cultist is locked in a small room. He tells his name Judah to Billy, who gives food there and tries to befriend her. On the other hand, Earl tells Martin that he was a doctor of animals. But because of this breakout, he started treating humans too. He tells that Mr. will start walking in a day or 2. Here Mr. has a dream in which a vampire woman catches a man and then she has a child in her hand. Martin kills the child with an arrow, which enraged the vampire lady, and Mr.'s second arrow hits the lady's eye. And only then does he wake up from sleep. The next morning Bat takes Martin to visit his base and tells him that they have a lot of people here like teachers, carpenters, and the army. And there is current on the wires above the base's fence so that no one could jump inside, and for that, they have 2 generators. After this, they go to see Mr. who is looking much better now. On the other hand, when Billy goes to see Judah, he was hanging from the ceiling. Seeing which she gets scared and goes inside to save him. Here Bat and Earl tell Martin how they separated from Mr. and came to this side from Mexico. Then later when Bat is passing near the prison, he finds something wrong there. When he checks, he sees that Billy is dead and Judah had run away. Seeing this, Bat alerts the entire base and everyone gets ready with the weapons, because they knew that now the Brotherhood would definitely attack them. Then shortly after, the Brotherhood attacks their base together with the vampires. But they had some floodlights with the help of which they start killing the vampires by burning them. Here Mr. 2 comes out after hearing the noise and they all together kill a lot of vampires and the people of Brotherhood. Now seeing her people die, Scarred Vampire signals for her troops to retreat. Martin rushes to take his revenge on her but Mr. stops him from doing so. The next morning they see that 6 of their people have died and Judah is caught again. They start interrogating him by taking him to the basement where Judah says that their people are too many so they can never win over them. Then he says that Scarred Vampire is God's sword and God is with them so they will all die. Earl then tortures him and asks what is the purpose of the Scarred Vampire, and what does she want from them. On which Mr. reveals that she is behind him. He had killed her child a few years back and also damaged one of her eyes. He tells Martin that she used him too so that she could find him as she knew that he would come to him after losing his family. Martin then kills Judah by slitting his throat. Mr. then tells Bat to send his people up to the hills because he knew that the Scarred Vampire would definitely come back. After which Bat orders the entire base to be vacated. Mr. and Martin plan they will both stop at the base and fight the Scarred Vampire so that the rest of the people can get away from this place. But Earl and Bat say that both of them will also stay there and help them. Mr. sends that girl along with all the other people from there while she did not want to leave Mr. Now at night the Scarred Vampire comes there with her huge army of vampires, and from the backside a man from Brotherhood goes inside the base. They had a suicide bomber and he enters the generator room and blasts himself, destroying the generator. Then the Scarred Vampire orders her army to attack the base and everyone enters the base. On the other hand, that girl also frees herself and starts running back towards the base, and only then a vampire comes in front of her. Here Scarred Vampire catches one of the Bat's companions, but only then does Mr. attract her attention. She starts following him and Mr. takes her to a place where Martin was already present. Here both of them attack her and try to kill her but nothing is happening to her. Then she grabs Mr.'s throat but Mr. damages her other eye as well, leaving her completely blind. After this, both of them start fighting with her, and then Martin cuts off her head with an axe. Here Bat and Earl hide in a room from the vampires and have no way out. That's why they give their sacrifice by blowing themselves up with a bomb, due to which many vampires and people of Brotherhood also die. Mr. and Martin leave the base and head towards the mountains, where on the way they meet the girl who was bitten by the vampire, and now she too was becoming a vampire. Just then another vampire comes from behind, and that girl attacks him to save them and kills him, after which Mr. kills her out of mercy. But doing this makes him very sad because he considered her his daughter. Just then more vampires come there, and saddened and disillusioned, Mr. tells Martin he can't do it anymore and asks Martin to leave while he will stay behind to fight the remaining vampires. When Martin refuses to leave, he tells him that he is like his son and that he can't see him die, after which Martin says goodbye to him and leaves there. The next morning we see Martin with the rest of the people heading towards the mountains, and the movie ends here. Please do like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to never miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.